Hey, what's up, guys? This is Punch out here doing another spotlight for this other character that you're going to see here named Lockwood. He's the character you play during the training session to where you kind of learn the basics of the game. And the reason why I want to do a spotlight on him is that he's a trickster, meaning that he could make the battlefield pretty flexible to his standards. And the first ability that pretty much proves that is called Trick Shot. What Trick Shot does is that if you can go and aim it towards a wall or a terrain area, it will bounce off that terrain and hit the person you're trying to go after. So say, for instance, you don't have a good enough range on that specific enemy, you can shoot it off a wall that's behind another wall and hit them with it. And I think it could bounce off twice. But since I'm in a crappy position, I can't really show that. So as you can see here, I do it again, and I'll hit obviously the dummy off the wall that I'm firing from. And I'll use might for this one that gives you additional damage. So it did 45 that time instead of 30. And the next ability I want to show you is a cone shape called Light 'em Up. Light 'em Up is actually really good for downing people enough. Like, I guess you could say more along the lines of if you're positioned enough, you want to get their health down a little bit more. If they have turtle, if they're trying to heal, or if they're being used for Helios's shield, or even for Court using his abilities and trying to heal people. It's pretty much just used for getting good positioning on downing people's health faster. This next ability you just seen here is called Trapwire, and that is basically just a mine that if any of them walk over it, dash over it, I don't know if teleportation works or doesn't, but if they walk over that, they take 40 damage. And it's used for basically, like, really trying to get their health down in the sense of if they walk over it, or guessing, I guess you could say would probably be a better way of saying it. Because guessing in this is pretty much a main thing of the game. This next ability you've seen here is called Backup Plan. And what it is just is dash ability to get out of something. So I think it gives you another effect as well. I can't remember. I think it was something about getting a reduction off one of your abilities. But this last ability is called Run and Gun. It's his ultimate. He dashes towards people and does, I think, 50 to 56 damage, probably more depending upon how it's buffed. And he's basically in the fray now. So you can position yourself behind them, in front of them, or somewhere around them, and use Light 'em Up and just down them super quick. So I guess if I had to say really what would be a decent thing to use for something like that, because it seems like it's kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it wouldn't work in the sense of you're going in there, you're a squishy toon, you're running and gunning, and you got all these people on you. What do you do? My thought process is this. I would run and gun, use Backup Plan after doing Light 'em Up, or before doing Light 'em Up, and then when I'm at safe distance, then do Trick Shot and start hitting one or two of them. If you do have a good a sight on them, and you do have enough range for Light 'em Up, then I would do it afterward. But it's mainly for just doing all the damage you can and getting out and doing range damage afterward. It's not really going in, guns blazing, doing all close quarter fighting, because you will die super quick with this character if you try that. It is just not worth doing, so doing range damage is the best thing you can do. And yeah, that's Lockwood. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all later in the next video. Later, guys.